Those of you in our studio audience, those of you across the United States and around the world, you have influence, and we care deeply about you. We also believe that, as Craig said, you've been masterfully, wonderfully made. You've been gifted with an ability to lead wherever you are. And we believe you're not here by accident. As a matter of fact, we would say it's your destiny that you're sitting in the very seat that you're seated in now, facing the exact circumstances that you're challenged by today. And for whatever it's worth, you've been prayed for by more people than you can probably imagine. And over time, you will feel the power of those prayers. And what we believe is when you spend the next 2 days with us together at the Leadership Summit, that you're going to walk out, or at least have the opportunity to walk out a different leader than when you walked in today. Bottom line, our mission over the next 2 days is crystal clear. Over the next 2 days, our hope is to stretch your minds and would like to grow your hearts and would like to invest in your leadership development, because it's our belief, as has already been said, is when a leader gets better, everyone wins. And you are a leader, and you can be a better leader than you even are today. Now, as those of you that are veterans to the summit know, our highest value at the Leadership Summit is humility. And it's with humility that we ask each and every one of us to declare at the outset of this Leadership Summit that we have so much more to learn about this mysterious, powerful force we call leadership. And here's what we know. Here's what we've learned over 30 years of having leadership summits. Armed with enough humility, leaders can learn from anyone. Pastors can learn from business leaders can learn from pastors. Armed with enough humility, the older among us can learn from the younger, and the younger from the older. And in fact, with sufficient levels of humility, the religious among us can learn from those who might not consider themselves as religious, and vice versa. It's all about humility. It's all about learning from one another. And while this event happens to emanate from a Christian church in Chicago, we hold sincere respect for those of you who choose to worship differently than we do, or from those of you who choose not to worship at all. But we have a request, and our request is that you would afford us, those of us who are trying to follow Jesus Christ, we would ask that you would afford us that same respect. For instance, when we happen to say a prayer here or there, just humbly ask for a spirit, we would ask for a spirit of openness and just understanding. And if we all grant one another that gift of respect and humility, I predict that amazing things are going to happen in your life over the next several days.